Hey guys, welcome to Cage Side Rewind. We're here with one of my favorite dudes, UFC vet, Lab Elite Hall of Famer, instructor here at the MMA Lab, Mr. Michael Della Torre. How are you, sir?
Pretty good. Living life, having fun right now with my new little one.
Yeah.
She just turned one, so
Just turned one.
so it's super exciting.
Is she tearing around the house?
Yeah, she's like she hasn't walked yet, but she's getting to that point where like she's. I'm just catching her all the time. Like I'm probably gonna have to teach her how to break fall.
Pretty soon she will be
But
like
yeah,
my two oldest kids walked early, like at 9 months. And then my youngest didn't start walking until he was like 14 or 15 months. He's like, yeah, I'm good. I'm just going to chill.
well, she's talking and everything right now. It's like she has like a bunch of words, and she like her favorite word right now is that.
Yeah.
No,
Whenever
like,
you carry her around, it's just always finger pointing,
yeah,
right?
yeah, exactly.
It's a hard work, but it's a magical time.
Yeah,
You know, there's times you'll never, you know what I mean? Like when you're a dad and your kids are as old as mine, you're going to miss those times.
so I'm just like trying to soak it in right now.
That's hard, right? Like
Yeah.
we all know that's what we're trying to do,
Yeah.
but it's a challenge, don't you feel?
Yeah, I feel like it's a challenge, but I waited till like after my fight career 'cause I already knew I like, all right, I want to have a kid. So I knew like at this stage I wanted this. So it's like it's more like meaningful to me right now, where like more special, where
Yeah.
I could hang out with her all day. So
Yeah. Well, you know, fighters talk about fighting's a very selfish career. Like you
Yeah.
have to be selfish. You have to be involved and be the best you can be. And some guys do a great job of being a dad and fighting at the same time. But it's nice that you don't have to
yeah, like
split your energy.
I missed all my naps. Like when I used, I was like train, eat, sleep, train, eat, sleep.
Yeah.
But now, like, man, there's no sleeping no more.
No.
It's just like
There is no
I'll
sleeping.
come in, teach, do my thing, but go. Now I'm eating with the baby. I'm feeding for two right now, and then
Yeah.
to stay up with her.
Yeah. Is she not sleeping through the night?
Yeah, no. It's like
Hit or miss?
it's like a hit or miss. We're feeding off on breastfeeding,
Yeah.
so Irene's kind of like cold turkey. So we're trying to like just wean her off little by little and see how she does. But she's just
No way.
yeah,
Oh,
so-
not mine.
yeah.
Mine just wanted the boob. 100%.
But if Irene's not in the room, she'll sleep with me. Like I could hold her and she'll fall asleep. But if she's there, she knows it's there.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Mama, that."
I need that boob and I need it now. Oh, that's hilarious.
But when it's like if Irene's not there and it's just me and her, she's pretty chill. Like,
good.
and she'll fall asleep and let me. But she knows when Irene's there, she could get away with stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's take it back in time to when you were a kid.
Ooh, dang.
So where were you born?
I was born in San Diego, California.
So you spent your whole young life in San Diego.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't know that. I knew you were from there. I
Oh.
remember SSD Mike was
Yeah.
your was it-
handle.
yeah. And I
Yeah.
teased you one day. I'm like, when is it going to be PHX? I just didn't understand. I didn't understand. Now I know better.
I was born on Cornell Island. There's like a hospital right there, so I was born right
Oh.
there.
Beautiful.
And then grew up in Imperial Beach, so it's like South San Diego,
Yeah. So closer. How far away from Mexico? From
like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Like it was super
Wow.
like 5 to 10, like super close. That's where like most of my fights were. It was like so easy.
In
At the-
TJ?
yeah,
Yeah.
to fight there at the time, just because when I started fighting, there it wasn't sanctioned in California. You couldn't fight.
No.
Yeah, you either fight in the reses or you fight like in Mexico or the different.
Yeah,
different
a lot of reservation fights were
state.
unsanctioned, but people could get some practice in. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
So you, when you were a kid, did you play any sports? Were you an athletic kid?
Nah, I used to skate a lot, like move around, and then when I got to high school, I did football for like one season. And I was like just too small. I was
Yeah.
like, and then, but one of the coaches on the football team was the wrestling coach.
Oh.
So he got me like, how about you go try this, and then I got into wrestling from there.
Did you wrestle in high school?
Yeah, I wrestled like 3 years.
Oh, well, high school.
Southwest.
Nice. I'm gonna look that up. What's their nickname?
They're the Buccaneers,
Buccaneers, Pirates.
the Pirates. Used to be the Pirates, and they switched it to the Buccaneers.
Yeah. Oh, did they?
Yeah.
It's the same thing, right?
So, yeah, same
I don't know why
Yeah.
Maybe they're being politically correct. I don't know if Buccaneers is any more
Yeah,
politically.
and there's another Southwest, like right there going to Yuma. So when I used to drive from here to Phoenix, I always see that high school be like Southwest. But I think they were the Eagles or something like that.
There's two Southwest high schools right there, huh?
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
jeez.
well, this one's like going to Yuma, so like coming to
Oh,
Phoenix.
oh, I see.
So on the way out,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, how far is it? About 6 hours?
about 6 hours.
Do you ever go home? Where do your parents live? Are they in San Diego?
Yeah, I still live in San Diego. Still living like in Imperial Beach.
Oh,
right
good.
there.
That's pretty rare that families stay that long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my mom is from Phoenix,
Oh.
so it makes it easier for when I first came over here. Like we just did it on one of those DNA tests
Yeah.
to see like where she's from, and it found out like, well, she knows. We didn't find out, but it just like confirmed that she had like they're central, right? Phoenix. She has 56 cousins on one side, 46 on the other side. So for like almost every square mile, there's someone kind of like related to me.
Oh my gosh.
Because my mom, my grandma's is Yaqui Indian, so they were here like before this was even the U.S. So all my uncles and stuff like that, and my grandpa.
So generations in
Generation
Arizona.
3, 4, yeah.
So you went to high school for the Buccaneers. You wrestled for the Pirates or the Buccaneers?
The Pirates.
Pirates. And what weight did you wrestle?
I wrestled 140.
Oh, so that's not too far off from your fighting weight.
Yeah.
So you grew up as you grew a little bigger, but that's still pretty small for a football player.
Yeah, I was like, I wrestled 140, but I walked around like 180 around there.
Oh my God!
So like
You cut that much weight in wrestling?
Wrestling in the beginning, I was 180, but then I was like kind of chunky. But when I wasn't like in like athletic shape.
Right.
But when I started training, I'll get down to like 150, like 160. And then from there, I'll cut down 140 and up and down like that.
Wow. That's tough, man.
Yeah.
Most high schoolers don't cut that much weight.
Yeah. Like our coach was like, he wrestled for, what school did he wrestle for? Like, it was like one of the bigger colleges. I can't think the top of my head. It's been a while, but he was like a really good wrestler. He was like a 103.
Yeah.
Like he placed like he was like 3-time state champion high school, and then he did some national stuff. So he was like a really good coach.
Oh, good.
And then I got to work with him, but he always like, all right, we're gonna wrestle this way. And there are like a lot of the guys on the team were pretty good at the time. So I was like,
you had to find your slot.
Yeah, I had to find my spot. So it was like 140. The 45er was a little bit bigger than me.
Yeah.
A little bit more like stronger when I first started. But I wrestled like 140, maybe like I'll go up to 145 back and forth from right there.
Yeah. And then did you enjoy that? Did you like it?
Yeah, I loved wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the thing. Like, this is exactly how I got into fighting. I wrestled all through high school, and then but I'm also like into art, into drawing, and all this. So I wanted to go to art school. So I went to the Art Institute of California, but they have no sports programs or anything. So
and that's actually after you graduated?
Yeah, after I graduated, and
yeah.
that's how I kind of got into like fighting. I found a gym.
So you just missed wrestling, and you were looking for an outlet?
Yeah, I was looking for an outlet. I just wanted to keep like working out. I also did judo. So after wrestling,
who'd you do judo with? How'd you find that?
When my wrestling coach Savage, that's his name, Coach Savage, and then he kind of like introduced me.
That's a pretty good name for a wrestler. Who you wrestle? Savage. Oh no, man.
Yeah, he was like a redhead dude, and I was like, it fit the part, like everything.
Ginger, they got no souls. You know, you can't trust those guys.
And actually, with him, he got me to wrestle a lot. Like he would he did his thesis on counting cards.
Yeah. Oh.
And then so he'll go into like casinos and he'll come with like money and whatever.
He's a strategy guy too,
yeah,
huh?
Yeah. So he was like really good at that. And then he was just like, bro, I made this money this weekend. I'm gonna just throw you in tournaments. So they would like throw us in tournaments every weekend. So we did I think one season I had like almost close to like 60, 70 matches. Just like competing all the time. Every weekend he will put us into it. Cause we're like a good school. Now we're not like the best school, but we had like a good little group of guys that like were committed to wrestling. And then he was like, he just saw the commitment, and then he would just like push us into competing as much as possible.
Neat. And so did you go to a judo school? Or did
Yeah,
he help you with it?
yeah, he helped me with that. So judo school, it was at a actually I was at a different high school, and no, I didn't do it too long. I did it for like a year, and then it was at Chula Vista High School where like our rivals, but I already kind of graduated by the time I was graduating. So I just went there, and then they did it in the basketball courts.
Yeah.
They had those mats where the old school ones where like the hay
Yeah.
in the top. So we had to lay those out, boom, boom, boom. But we had like 50, 60 people. They had like some guys trying for the Olympics and stuff like that. Trial guys and stuff.
Wow.
So it was like high level. And then I was like a white belt. So like first like couple months, I was like just learning how to fall. And I was like, I don't know. And then they kind of like saw that I could wrestle and move around. So they pushed me to like the black belt classes. So I'm like a white belt with like these guys.
But you know what? Not against really good judo guys, and they'll take this as a slight if they hear it.
Yeah.
But a really good wrestler, if they get to the legs of a judo guy, if they haven't wrestled, it's trouble for them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have some success?
Yeah, I had a success. I was going back and forth with those guys, moving around with them. I could take them down.
Yeah.
And then just learn like, but they were like more traditional, so I was just not really like going too hard.
Yeah.
Just learning the technique and stuff at the time. But I did. I think I did pretty good against like most of them.
Yeah. So that took you into an MMA gym. Did you find an MMA gym after that?
Nah, so this so I went to art school after that, and then I didn't have anything for me to do. So as far as athletics go, and then I just wanted to find a gym. So the first gym I went to was actually a gym called City Boxing.
Yeah.
Right there was Vandenberra.
Yeah.
And,
Dominic Cruz.
Dominic was there, Rudy, that was at the front desk, that dude. And then I checked it out, and then I kind of fit. I tried out like a trial week, and then it kind of worked out where I could go there, but then my schedule got changed at school, so my classes, so I couldn't make it anymore. So I decided to find one closer to my house right there in Puro Beach, and that's where I met Manolo.
So,
right there.
So you're down south pretty far.
Yeah, I'm down
so
south.
it was far drive for you?
Yeah, it would be like a 40-minute drive to downtown Phoenix or downtown San Diego.
Traffic bad there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, when I went back lately, like, man, there's no parking nowhere. Like, so much traffic. Back then, it wasn't that bad. But compared to, like, today, it's like, every time I go back, it's like, gives me a headache. Like, I don't want to go back.
Yeah, it's hard to drive to too many people.
Yeah, it's just too many people over there right now. But back then, it was easier to get around, but it was still a lot of traffic at that time. But I found a gym a little bit.
So when you went city boxing, you were like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah,
but I have to find some place closer to home.
Yeah,
is that what you were thinking?
Exactly what I was thinking.
And so, what gym did you find?
I found a gym called the Boxing Zone.
Yeah,
and then that's where I met Manolo, and that's where like Ken Shamrock had his gym, and it was the Lions Den, and they kind of shut down, and everybody kind of opened up their own places.
Yeah.
And then Manolo and then Shamrock was there for like a little bit.
I didn't know Shamrock was in Southern California. I didn't know he was in San Diego.
Yeah. So Manolo was one of his like.
I was just gonna say, Manolo's trained with the Shamrock.
Yeah.
boys.
So I missed it by like a year, like training over there with him, because that gym where he was at, I used to go to that 24-hour fitness to lift. So it was like literally right across the street.
But just turned left instead of right.
Yeah, I was like, he's like, you missed it by a year, and I was like, but then I kind of like got in with those guys anyways later on.
Yeah.
When they were like super cool. But his gym used to be like, because it was weird, because it was like half of it was pro wrestling and the other half was MMA.
Wow.
So he had
that is a weird combination.
He had that combination right there.
Well, Shamrock pro wrestled too. Did Manolo do any of that?
Yeah, a little bit, but it's like this is. Well, we could jump into about the fights when I first started fighting.
Yeah.
That. Not me personally, but like Manolo and some of the other guys, just because I was so small, they didn't have anybody that size. We fought a lot like pro wrestlers.
Oh.
And they're just looking for a paycheck, and we'll fight these pro wrestlers, and these guys will fight with their mask on.
I love that. Do you have any pictures of that?
I have to send you some.
You definitely have to send me some.
Because I remember one of my boys, Brody Farber,
Yeah.
he fought, and he was like legit at the time coming up, and then he actually head kicked one dude, and we used
In
to
the
fight.
mask.
Yeah, with the mask on. The mask went sideways. This dude couldn't see anything. And then he just like started picking his shots and
Oh,
like
that's
finished
awesome.
them.
This guy's just running away trying to get us.
Yeah.
No, dude, sorry.
And there were like a lot of those guys in the beginning because they'll just do it for a paycheck.
Well, so what? I mean,
Yeah.
that's pretty. They knew the guys, like literally, you go fight them, and they were in the gym next door, or were they other?
No, these
from
are
other-
like real, like legit, like real MMA competition fights.
And why would those wrestlers do that?
Like I don't know, they were. A lot of them were like from Mexico, and they just needed like just to make money,
Yeah.
or like they wanted
Just
that
tough
paycheck.
people.
Yeah, and that promotion that I was fighting for would pay pretty good
Yeah.
at the
So,
time.
so you met Manolo. You're training. When did you start fighting?
So I met Manolo. I started 2005 on Halloween.
Oh, really?
So this past year will be 20 years, like this
Wow.
MMA doing this.
Wait, is that where you got El Cucuy on that day?
No, I didn't get on that day.
That seems fitting, though, right?
Yeah.
Like you started on Halloween. You must be the boogeyman.
And then I met Manolo on his birthday. That's his birthday. And then
Halloween's his birthday?
yeah, so he was all
Oh.
hungover and like messed up. When I first met him on that day, it was like, cause yeah, he just had a party at his house the day before, and then he was like, all right, and then there was no one in the gym. I just showed up on Halloween. I don't know why, we just showed up, and no one was there, so I got to work with him, and I was rolling with him. He's like, this is the only time you're gonna roll with me. And I did pretty good. 'Cause I could wrestle him, and like, all right, and then he kind of introduced me to like the rest of the boys in his team and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I didn't even think about fighting. I just thought about this training. I
Yeah.
didn't, because like MMA wasn't that big at the time, or you can make like money or do anything
Right.
with it.
Wasn't a career.
Yeah, it wasn't a career, so I just did it, and then I just kept training. I trained for like I think maybe like a year before I fought.
And was it just everything? Did they have jiu-jitsu classes? Did they have striking classes?
They had striking classes. They had jujitsu. They had like a MMA class.
Oh,
Like that. So they had pretty good kickboxing. They had like good kickboxers
nice.
right there. But more like a kickboxing gym with MMA,
Yeah.
right?
you-
California is kind of weird like that.
Well, I mean, it's pretty cool that you fell in with Manolo, though,
Yeah.
because he's a hell of a coach. He's done a great job
Yeah.
with a lot of people. Who were your training partners? Do you have any people that like were big? Because I mean, you started with Brandon
Yeah.
Vera and Dominic Cruz. That's
Yeah. Like, no, they were in the gym, but I wasn't like.
I know what
like,
you're saying. Yeah,
training
I
with
didn't
them.
mean to mislead,
Yeah.
but
But
literally-
later on, I did get to work with some of them because everybody trains with everybody in California. So just because I train with Manolo doesn't mean like we cross train with this gym or this gym at the time. Because California, there were so many little gyms. Plus, like one gym would be MMA. One you do your striking here, you do
Yeah.
your grappling there, you do wrestling over here. So you got to move around a lot. That's what I think. One thing I loved about the lab is that everything was like in house. We got you don't have to go nowhere else.
yeah,
So
it's hard, especially driving in California. For goodness sakes,
Yeah.
you literally could spend 3 hours a day on the road.
Yeah.
And then when do you have time to rest or do anything right,
Yeah, because I used to spar at Mark Munoz's gym,
Yeah.
and that was
Is that in Lake Forest?
like Forest. So
Yeah.
you get a lot of guys from like Orange County coming down, LA,
Yeah.
and then everybody from San Diego. They'll meet like on Wednesdays,
Yeah.
and they'll just spar each other, and then everybody will break off and go there.
Weird. So you end up
Yeah.
sparring against people that you end up fighting against
Yeah.
later, huh?
I was training with like Tony Ferguson, like him. Like I did train with Mark Munoz. He was cool. Like I did a hooray on him, and I threw him, and then he beat my ass afterwards. I'm like, oh yeah, no, oh no, and then
This
It
is
was
going
like-
great. Oh, this isn't going so good. He's
Man got
such a nice
destroyed.
guy
Yeah.
too, yeah. Like,
Yeah, it was super cool. Like going to his place, like he was very welcoming, and then
well, he's like a what, 2-time NCAA champion, I think.
Yeah.
3-time. I don't remember.
I think it was I want to say 2 times.
Yeah. Anyway, his son was a California state champ too. Anyway,
Yeah,
was that Rain Training Center back in the day?
yeah, it was raining.
Yeah, I remember thinking about California and how just weird how people's paths would cross.
Yeah.
It's all kind of like
It's crazy.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was crazy. 'Cause I never ran into Rob until I was over here.
How
But,
funny is
like-
that? But he was there the whole time.
Yeah, he was like everybody he knew, I knew, but we never
Yeah.
like crossed paths over there.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. All right, so what does Manolo say? Man, you're doing really good. It's time for your first fight.
Yeah, so we did a couple like I would say smokers back then, where there were really no MMA smokers, so we did like a boxing match, so like a wrestling, and we're just competition or jiu-jitsu competitions like this, and then he was like, all right, you're ready, and like, you want to compete in MMA? And I was like, and I didn't know about fighting or anything at the time, and he was all like, I could get you like a cage fight, and all right, cool. And I thought I had to pay all like, because we've been paying for all these like
How much does
competitions
it
to sign. How much it cost? No, they pay you. And I'm like, all right, oh shoot, all right, let's do this then.
100%, I'm in.
And then at the time, and one thing is that there was no amateur back then, so you just had to fight and just go like pro, and like that's how it was back then. So I was like, all right, I'll just do it. And then he set me up for a fight down in Mexico, and then it was a place called Balak, and it was like a nightclub. It looks like a pyramid. If you go over there, it looks like Aztec pyramid, big thing.
How cool is that?
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Like at the time, we were like, oh, dude, this is crazy. Like it was pretty cool. And you walk in, and then there's like 2 floors right there. So you got people up here, people on the bottom, and then most of my first fights were in a boxing ring.
Huh. Yeah.
So
that happened a lot.
Yeah.
In the early days.
So we fought in a boxing ring. I knocked the guy out like in, I think, 8 seconds. So I just got in there, got it done, and then boom, that was it for my first fight. It was like, but that rush.
What'd you knock him out with? I know it was that left hook. I don't even know. It was the left hook, wasn't it?
Yeah, I threw a kick, and he threw a kick, and then he slipped, and I just caught him with the hook, and then just like ground and pounded him, and then that was it.
Oh, I love it when fights go like that.
So it was a good night, or like for that show, and then my buddies, when everybody won on that fight, I think I made like $50 or like $100 or something.
Not even enough gas money.
Yeah, or like
didn't pay for dinner.
Yeah, I was like, oh, and actually, you're saying that like at that time it was in Mexico, so all the tacos were super cheap. They're like $2, $1. Yeah. So like you were like, all right, just pay for dinner.
Yeah.
And so you just buy all these tacos and we'll just eat before we go back.
That's awesome.
To the steak sites.
What a great memory that is.
Yeah, it was like super fun. That's where like I saw Brody kick that dude in the head with the
Turn
mask.
His mask around. God dang, that's awesome. That's like the Mexican version of a hockey jersey pulling over their head, you know?
Yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, man, that's so long ago. I remember guys fighting with shoes on.
Yeah.
And had tennies on and stuff like that. And I was like,
the early days. That kind of rules weren't set. You just didn't you didn't know like what you were walking in on. You kind of, I remember talking to Chris Brennan, but like you'd get there and you'd, all right, what are the rules?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. Greg Jackson was talking about that. Like you'd go to the place and not know, hey, you can do this, but you can't do this.
Yeah.
And this you can. Oh, it's fine. Wear your shoes. Like you just didn't know what you were getting into back in those days.
So one of the promotions I fought for was Max Fight. So mixed martial arts, extreme fighting, or something like that. And then we had like really good dudes on that card. Where what's his name was on there? I remember he was on the main event. Rico Rodriguez.
Yeah,
when he was UFC.
He was a UFC heavyweight champion.
Yeah, and then when he was done, he would go to those promotions and work, like be with them right there.
He was tough, man. Like in his prime, he was good. I remember when he was in jiu-jitsu in Southern California, everybody talked about his judo headlock. He would go to these tournaments and just judo headlock people and tap them out, you know? And you know how that is. You're like, no, come on. You don't tap to that. And then 280-pound Rico Rodriguez would lay on your chest.
Because back then they used to do tournaments. So he'll fight like 2-3 times in the same night.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Thinking about it now.
And I was like, dang.
So how many fights did you have in San Diego?
So I think I had around like 10 fights. So
when you get to that point, like, okay, so but you're pretty far down the line. Like you're a established professional fighter.
Yeah.
What happened then that encouraged you to go to Arizona?
Well, Kurt, actually, we were training Liz Camus at the time, and then she was fighting for Strike Force, and then we came out here to Arizona for the Strike Force event. I forgot who she fought.
I think Misha Tate was on that card. Joe Riggs was on that
card.
Yeah,
Joe Riggs, That's actually Amit Benson in the background.
Yeah, Chris Gritzmacher fought on that card.
All these guys were like...
He actually fought Ryan Diaz.
Oh, he did? All right. Now I remember. Yes.
Love you, Ryan Diaz. Sorry about that.
So I was at that show, so I was cornering her at that
Yeah.
time. So me, Manolo, and some of the other guys. But I met Benson in the backstage
Oh,
right there, and that was the first time I met him. It was like I felt like super cool, and I think he just like he was like I think was he champion at the time?
what year was it?
It was
I think it was
2000
earlier. He might have been the WC champ.
yeah, it was a WC champ.
Yeah.
And then I was watching, and then I was like, "Oh, she was Benson. I'm gonna go say what's up." And then I don't think he remembers, but I was like, went up there, say what's up to him.
That's
it was
awesome.
super cool. And I was like, "Dang, I want to train with this guy."
Oh, cool.
And then that's how I kind of like put it in my head where like, "Oh, I'm gonna come to Phoenix. I want to
Yeah.
train over here." So I kind of like went back home, and then the reason I came over here before I tell you that part is that like our gym, like Manolo was just like Liz was blowing up. She like got her fight with Ronda, first UFC girl fight.
Yeah.
And
That was a huge deal.
yeah, so we got all these girls coming into the gym and stuff like that. And this became where like I had no training partners. Like all my like all the
It
guys
was
were
just
kinda-
all women.
It was all women, and like, nothing wrong with that. But they were all super good, like high level. But I just gotta go. So I asked Manolo, like, hey, is it cool if I go to the lab and train over there with those guys? And then he was all, yeah, go for it. Like, I want to see you like succeed
That's
and
awesome.
we'll get better. I know like some coaches get all like weird about like you go train somewhere somewhere else.
Well, they get
or
very
leave.
possessive.
Yeah. And then I know like me and Manolo always like had that like just want to be the best or
I love
get
that.
better.
Well, he was always cool too when you came here. He and I
Yeah.
talked back and forth, and I always thought he was awesome, and he was always wishing for success for you.
So he like he got like he was like kind of like my manager in the beginning,
Yeah.
where he gave me all my fights and stuff like that, and I fought for like he used to be an announcer for Total Combat,
Uh-huh.
so Del Ferro and then Dominic Cruz's show. So
Yeah.
I fought a lot with them on that show. Also, when it coming up and when it like legalized in California, then now I remember it was Delmar Fairgrounds right there. And then they will have fights right there. So we had like a lot of guys that fought in Total Combat went to WEC. I was just like a couple years behind them. Like
Yeah.
I was like, because when I started fighting, I was only like 19, and everybody like I was fighting like grown men. I was like 30, like late 20s, and I was just like kind of like the baby. So everybody was like kind of like cool with me.
Yeah.
They'll give me like fake IDs. They're like, come with us, and like we're gonna get you into this place like that. So I was like the young one of the group.
That's awesome. When you moved here, how old were you then?
I think I was like just 25, 26,
Yeah.
around
And
there.
so you had 10 fights? Is that
Yeah,
right?
it's around 10.
Yeah, I still remember. I tell that story all the time of you moving here,
Yeah,
and I didn't know you. And,
Yeah.
We had a lot of people coming out for Ben's. Like Ben attracted a lot of people,
yeah,
and so they came out here. And I say, hey, you fight? Yeah, I fought. You didn't tell me how much you fought, and so I was like, yeah, just take some classes. And it was one of the things I love about you is that you just did it. Like you just trained.
Yeah.
But that falls right in line with what you talked about when you started. You just
Yeah.
liked training.
yeah,
So you trained and trained. And I remember we had a 2-time state champion wrestler, and you guys, I think, were in the cage. I remember it as in the cage. Maybe it was in the corner. But,
I was in a cage. It was with
Tanner.
Tanner, yes.
And I was like, yeah. And I didn't set you up, but like, oh, yeah, you can train with Tanner because Tanner was
Yeah.
tough. And then you just whooped the dog shit out of Tanner. Sorry, Tanner. But like you beat him up pretty good. You were wrestling with
Yeah.
him. You were putting him down. You were submitting him. And I was like, God dang. I go, how many fights do you have? And you told me like 11 or something.
Yeah.
What's your record? 9-2 or whatever you said. I was like, what? Why didn't you tell me? Why didn't you tell me?
Well, this guy's like in California. You go to other gyms. They're like, you sound like, oh, I train, I do this, I do that. Normally you get beat up.
Oh.
And I was like, nah, I don't want to be that.
No,
Like,
I'm good.
I'm like, I'm just gonna like ease my way in.
Man, that was super impressive to me because, in today's world,
Yeah.
everybody thinks they're a fighter because they have a good TikTok account.
Yeah,
So for you to do exactly the opposite, just prove yourself, your worth, it was an amazing thing. So then you got here. Who was your first fight here?
my first fight.
Do you remember? I know you fought James Terry, which was a huge deal.
It was James Terry.
It was James Terry.
Yeah, so I was here. I wasn't like I was on the team for a little bit. So I don't really like know that many guys, and then I know everybody had fights that same weekend,
Yep.
so no one could go with me. So that's why I call him like Manolo. To
Did he corner you for James Terry?
he cornered me for that one.
Did you feel like there was a difference in your training? Had it stepped up?
Yeah, like especially with as far as like sparring goes, like I felt like I got like the room just made me like tougher and like better shape and like understanding more like positions and
Yeah.
like understanding like when you're like dead tired, like that you could push through that tiredness and
Yeah.
like take you to that like dark place where you have to go.
You just got to keep going. Well, they say when you're going through hell, don't stop.
Yeah, like
Keep going, man. So, and then we got that call. That was at 55, right?
the James Terry. Yeah, that one was at 55.
Would you rather have just stayed at 55?
I think more towards the end, I think I would have like preferred to be at 55 because I was like walking around like 192.
Oh
like,
my God, you big bastard.
But I wasn't like fat. I was just like
No, I
big.
agree. I agree. Yeah. I think back about that a little bit. As I remember, so I remember it just being
Yeah.
a hard cut for you.
Yeah.
And maybe it would have been better at 55, but your physicality I thought was very suited for 45. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But and back in those days, you were
Yeah,
game.
it's like lesson learned. Like,
Yeah.
I really like. Well, now I'm coaching. I try not to make the guys cut so much. I'm
I
like,
agree.
I just let them fight wherever is more comfortable for them.
Yeah.
Like within like 10, 15, that's it.
Yeah.
And just build their skill level. I already have skills, than be known to have skills than being tough. Like I already just be like, just focus on your technique, just get better, and then if you get that down, you should be good. Like weight shouldn't matter like too much.
I feel like I don't remember, but I think you talked to me about being at 45,
Yeah,
right? Because I've never really told anybody they should be a weight.
yeah. I think. Well, it was that North Dakota fight
Yeah.
where they had that 45er and it was like last minute.
Well, and he was like what 11-1 or 11-0 or something.
Yeah.
Who was supposed to go to the UFC,
Yeah,
and you just thought,
and I did, and I think the week or 2 weeks before we did like a little test cut
yeah,
to see if I could really hit it, and then we got the call, and I was like, I didn't go all the way down. I went down to like 48.
yeah,
So, but then we got that call, and then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna do it, and then see if I could really like hit it. And I did make the weight, and I think it was a little bit easier in the beginning,
Yeah.
just because I was like a little bit younger.
yeah,
But I think after 30, it's kind of hurt.
yeah.
But when I hit that 45, I was like, all right, I could do.
Well, you know what, that that weight cut was hard too because it was short notice.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten kind of that it was a bounce, like you had already kind of done it.
Yeah,
But I think when we talked, you were like, well, I'm light anyway.
yeah,
Nowadays, I'd be like, we just did it. Maybe we can get it at 50 or 55, you know? That was a tough fight. What do you remember about that fight?
that one. Like I remember the first round, you just had me against the fence, but like you're saying, like doing all those rounds with all the guys, I just felt comfortable, just like, all right, just picking them apart in the first, just hitting them. He couldn't really take me down.
Well, you know, Benson
Yeah.
was pretty good against the fence, and we had Efren and I mean
Yeah.
a whole bunch of good wrestlers that you had gone with that were 55ers, right?
Yeah. And then that kid burned out. I could feel him like burning out, just holding me in the first round against the fence. And I felt like training here and J Rock and all the guys. I like second round hit, and I was like, damn, I feel good. I like, that's when I started.
That's awesome.
Like I started piecing him up with the one, and then I think he shot in, and then we got him with a reverse triangle when he shot in.
You hit him with that elbow, boom.
Yeah,
and-
so it was a reverse triangle, and then I threw an elbow straight down.
Yeah.
Well, not straight down. We're like laying sideways. So I hit him with that elbow and then busted his nose, and there was like blood everywhere. And then
That's
he
the
just tapped.
biggest pool of blood I've ever seen in a ring.
Yeah, it was kind of the dude was rocked too, because I remember like I let go of him and he started like looked like he was trying to clean it up.
He
I was
did.
Like,
I forgot about that. He started wiping it
yeah,
up.
like
That's not funny.
it's not funny, but I was like, oh,
But it's because we
Yeah.
won. It's good. I remember walking in the ring and you were kind of calm, like you didn't react really.
yeah,
And I was pretty pumped because that guy had such a high reputation.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of the one that got us to the UFC.
yeah, I was like
Right?
those two fights.
Yeah. And then I remember after the ring, do you remember that? You walk down, and we were all excited for you.
Yeah.
And you go, hang on a minute. So all the lights are on. Everybody's walking like you. I felt like we were right in the middle of
Yeah.
everything, and you went and threw up everything that was inside you in the bucket. Like, you throwing up. I was like, oh shit, are you okay? Like, I'm good.
I was just holding it. I was holding it in. I was like, I think it was just like the adrenaline. Like just kicked in like right after the fight. It just like got it done, and then my body just was like, all right, time to like relax.
That's so funny. What a great fight. And Brian Barberina won that night too.
Yeah, he won.
And we met David Michaud that same night on that card. Do you remember that?
Ah,
He fought Donald Cerrone's training partner. I think it was that night.
was it that night?
Maybe it was the next one. Brian fought in North Dakota a couple times.
Yeah, he fought. I don't think we met. I don't remember.
But Brian was on that card, right?
Yeah, Brian
Okay,
was on that
yeah.
card.
I think maybe he fought again because he was friends with the guy.
Yeah,
who
that's
ran
how
the
we
thing.
got in.
So then they call you for Mark Bocek, short notice at 55.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite fights because I thought you won that fight.
Yeah, I thought so too, but it's like
Was it a
what-
split decision
It was a.
or was it unanimous?
I think it was a split.
I thought it was split. I'll have to check it out. But in my mind, in my memory,
Yeah.
it's a split decision. And I don't know if you remember this, but it was one of the first. God, it was hell and gone across Canada. It was like 3 flights to get there.
Yeah,
Where was it?
it was in Quebec, Canada. So it was like up in the corner.
It
like
was in
above
the
New York,
right-hand
like, yeah,
side,
right-hand
above New
side.
York.
Yeah,
I thought it was in Nova Scotia, but it was way over there
Yeah.
regardless. But I remember after the fight, because Bocek was training with Faraz.
yeah. You remember what day it was? It was on a Wednesday
Oh
too.
my gosh. I
So
don't
it threw-
remember that.
It was a Wednesday, and it threw me off on like how I cut weight
Yeah.
because of the weekend.
I remember you having a hard time getting to 55.
Yeah,
And I remember thinking after I walked out, I was like, fuck, if we're having a hard time at 55.
that was like a week notice,
Yeah.
and I think I cut like around 30 pounds, a little bit, maybe a little bit more.
I thought you performed
Yeah.
great. Like,
I was in shape, but I felt like I was just like a little bit heavy. And
had
then-
you had another, or been
Yeah.
lighter, or had another week or something.
Yeah, if I had like another week,
I think we
would've
definitely
been
win
fine.
that fight. You
Yeah.
know, I thought we won anyway. But I remember walking up to Faraz afterwards, and it's a no-no. Like, you don't do that. I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, man, your guy lost that fight. He was like, oh, coach, don't say that. I'm like, just being honest.
Yeah,
But, man, that was a gutsy performance.
yeah. I remember like Bocek walking on the bus, like at the end, his face was like just tore up. Like I wasn't like beat, like I didn't have that many marks. I was like, I looked fine.
No, you were good.
And then, but you could just tell like his face was like,
Boy,
gone.
he was, and that was almost the end of
Yeah.
his career. I think that was one of them that, like, he had fought kind of top
Yeah.
level guys. He fought Benson, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think he was still thinking that MMA. And then you came in and you were
Yeah.
not a nobody, but brand new, short
Yeah.
notice, and you gave him everything that he could ever want
Yeah.
from a fight. I thought it was crazy.
Yeah, and I was like, if I was just done this a little different or this, or could have got it, but
I thought it was a
Like-
great performance. Well, anyway, so we're in the UFC now. We got to talk about that Korea fight. You want to watch that one?
yeah, let's
All
watch
right,
it.
let's do it. All right, so you're there with Vic.
Yeah,
Yachty,
so Big Yachty, Benson was there fighting.
Was it cool to fight on the same card as Benson?
Yeah, it was super cool. I was super excited to go with them, and
Yeah.
then Joe Riggs was there too.
Oh yeah, crazy
So-
bastard. So what are you thinking on this walkout?
Man, I was just thinking like, this guy get the job done, just focus, like all the.
What
prep
music
work
are we
was done.
listening to? This is different walkout music than I normally hear you.
Oh, you're right. Normally I come out to a man's world, but
Yeah.
they just
Did they pick one for
they
you?
picked one for me for this one.
Oh.
They just whatever they had. I was so locked in, I didn't even like remember what they were playing, but
Yeah.
I just knew like I was like, all right, it's ready to go.
Kenny Florian saying
Focus.
good stuff about you like that. Look at that skinny kid, boy.
That one was like a pretty hard like weight cut, just because we couldn't find a sauna at
Oh.
the time. We went to like this Korean one, but they only had like a heater,
Yeah.
like this real big heater where they'll warm up the yoga room,
Yeah.
and then we kind of sweated next to it, but like that one was like a little bit harder in the beginning, and then actually then we found out that the hotel had one upstairs. They had that remember that workout area. You gotta dress the part put on the Cortezes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Yachty and Riggs love that place. They put on their clothes every time. They're like, "Want to go work out?" It'd be like, "Let's go to the club."
Yeah,
They were
yeah,
going
yeah.
down to work out. The what'd you think about Buffer? Was it exciting, or had you gotten over it by this point?
I got it over. Like that stuff don't really excite me. Like I
No?
just want
You just want to get to it.
I just want to get to it. Like I feel all the emotions after a fight, not really like beforehand.
Yeah.
So I'm more just like chill about it.
Yeah.
Like I remember in the back, I was just like I warm up like a little bit, but not. I think I'll just relax a lot before the fight.
Get a sweat.
Yeah, just break a sweat before I walk out. Kind of like Caceres did that, but that dude just sleeps though.
Yeah. Alex starts to sweat and he stops. Hair's looking on point for this one, Michael. So you knew he was just going to walk forward. Look, you already hit him with that left hook.
I just like sometimes I feel like if I could just touch him, I'll start landing. Just gotta work my way in.
You have a lot of first round. Your fights are ending in the first round.
Yeah.
Either good or for bad, but for most of the time they're for good. They end in the first round.
Now, if I could just land that left hook, it'll be over. Like if I could just, I feel like if I touch you with my left, I could hurt you. Not maybe like knock you. Like some guys will get knocked out, but I'll hurt you where like it will start opening stuff up for me.
God, you hit it. That one was hard.
Yeah.
Could you believe he was still standing up?
I remember, I think it was later on in the fight where I threw a head kick and this guy still wouldn't go down. He fell towards the fence, but bounced off the fence and stood back up. And I was like, how is this guy going?
Motherfucker. Fall down. He was the Korean zombie before the Korean zombie.
And I remember my hands were hurting afterwards so much. I was like, just from hitting him over and over. Like I couldn't even close my hands after the fight.
We had to have game plan for this guy just to try to make love to us on the wall, right?
Yeah.
Well, you were really prepared. I don't feel like he had any success here. I don't feel like he hurt you ever. Were you hurt?
Yeah.
He had heavy hands.
I don't know if it was I remember after a fight is one of the first times I felt like my body was hurting. I don't know if it was from the weight cut and the fight where like I just felt like my body was like tensed up a lot. Yeah. And then but I didn't feel like it hurt me with anything. I was just like, I don't know if it was just like adrenaline after the fight, because I remember like the guys were all, let's go out, and I was like, no, I'm just gonna lay in bed. I'm like recover a little bit.
Look, see, he's throwing hard too, huh?
I felt like he threw hard, but it wasn't like landing as clean as I was.
No, for sure not. But he was just throwing, like, you know how people dive in behind their hands?
Yeah.
That's what he does to get to the body lock, to get to the wrestling. You already clipped him. What was that cut him? Do you remember?
I think it was like with the hook, because normally when I throw my hook, I'll turn my hand over like a little bit right here just to like try to like pinch the skin so it could rip a little bit. So I think I caught him right on the eyebrow.
Doing a good job with head position as we wrestle here.
Yeah, I think I see the knees he was throwing didn't really affect me in the fight, but like afterwards, I kind of like felt them. But
well, he had that clinch really high.
Yeah.
If he wasn't in Korea, everybody'd be booing already.
Yeah.
Great job cutting your elbow back here. Oh, a little shot, just a little fuck you moment there. Elbows inside. That was nice wrestling. Turn the position. That was textbook.
Yeah. I wish I was in like in a little heavier weight class so I could just throw more.
Yeah.
Because I felt like, man, like these guys always want to like wrestle me or like grapple. But I was fine with it. It wasn't like that big of a deal. But I was like, man, let's just make some space and throw.
We had talked about the score of this that they had you. It was a split decision.
Yeah.
Which I like. We'll watch the fight and see, but like you have to have won this round.
Yeah.
He lands something at the
think
end.
He's just like basically he just does this the whole time. He's just holding me.
Yeah.
He'll hold and then he'll throw like little knees, but they wouldn't do anything like little chopping my legs or whatever. But it didn't really hurt or like affect me too much.
Yeah, that's a hard knee
Yeah,
too. Like he had to be sore. Those
yeah.
little Ben heel kicks.
They're like Coach Nico right there, like
Yep.
working with him.
Listen to what Florian says here.
On the thigh. That's straight out of Benson Henderson.
When Kenny came and trained with
Yeah.
Ben, because Ben helped Kenny for somebody. Do you remember who?
Nah, I can't remember.
Maybe it was Diego when he fought Diego Sanchez.
Yeah,
Maybe.
I can't remember that.
Anyway, he went and helped him.
Yeah,
And then Kenny came out here, and Kenny didn't dig it. Like, we went too hard for Kenny.
Yeah.
And he was a great athlete, and we were still real young
Yeah.
in what we did. Ben hit him with those, and they both were just dragging themselves around practice. They were so tired of, like, they were both hurting. All right, how'd you feel after that first round?
I felt like real good after that first round. Like, I just felt like I just needed to create more space and just not let him
That's pretty
swing.
good, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, that left hook is sick, Michael. Was it that right hand that hit him? Oh, my gosh.
was that
Right.
Could have been the right hand.
The left hand hurt him, but I'm trying to wonder where that cut came from. That left hand was just nasty. That one hit him too.
See, like he's about to go down, and he doesn't. Like he just keeps bouncing back up.
We
I'm
just
like,
thrown one little uppercut in there. After that, we might have had him. Man, how much were you like, hey, man, like, let's fight?
Yeah, I was like, oh my god. I'm
Do you feel like that when you're doing it, or does that just not? You just solve the problem, whatever it is.
Sometimes I feel like I'm like, oh, dude, like this just creates some space. But I feel like if I ever like, cause I hit him pretty good, like I could tell like he was like death gripping me. He didn't want to let go. Like
No. Well, he'd been hurt multiple times in space
Yeah.
already. That knee almost got to the head.
But like this position, I'm fine fighting from here too. I like that dirty boxing, that like grind right there. So
Little tie clinch stuff.
yeah, it was like I don't mind it too much. Kind of enjoy it. Sometimes I could feel like someone breaking or getting tired, and I'll like just
Really
all right,
work that position.
yeah, start working them from there.
So we get out in space again. Oh, and you hit him again.
Yeah.
Did he land his punch? Do you
Mm,
remember?
I'm not sure. Like
Or right back.
actually,
to
yeah,
the
I
steady
probably
clinching it?
did. Like yeah, he landed a couple because I couldn't really like eat as normally. My jaw was a little tight after the fight. I don't think people like realize that. Like I was so hungry, I'm like, oh, just nibbling at the food. I'm like,
You're like, I'm good. I'm good. Just starving.
yeah, like I just want to eat everything but can't. I'm like, dude, just finish my weight cut. Now I have to worry about this.
Were you looking at his eye at all? Were you aiming for it? Do you think, man, if,
Yeah,
I,
I was-
if I land one more right hand on that eye?
Yeah, I was just trying to set it up where I like if I could just touch
Ah.
him right there.
You guys traded left hooks on that one.
But he like I wasn't too worried about his power. He didn't really feel it, but
Fuck, Michael, every time you throw the left hand, it lands right on his jaw. You had to be thinking, what the hell?
yeah. And I felt like I was hitting with that too, but my two wasn't like landing like flush. It was just like slightly off a little bit.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh, got me right there.
that was the right. That one landed. Nice switch. And that's what you hurt that
Yeah.
Cameron guy with. Remember when
Yeah,
we talked about that elbow? That's how you busted his noses there. And hit that. The leg came through for the reverse triangle like you were talking about.
yes.
Oh.
Straight on those wrists. Very quickly in doing this now. Very good points of memory.
Boy, it's just such a back and forth thing. I just don't know how you give the guy credit for this
Yeah.
because he's just not doing any damage. I mean, in the old days, there was more credit for control, I
Yeah.
think, than now. But like, he literally is not hurting you. He is not. He lands a
Couple
good right
shots,
hand
yeah.
in space, but all this is nothing. And you're winning as much of this as he is with the back and forth. See, the ref is tired of it already. What's that, the third breakup this round?
And he's just hold like, yeah, he's just gonna throw, and he's just try to get close enough where he could just
Yeah.
grab onto me.
By CT, Kenny, because anything can happen with the weight of punches that are being thrown. Well, both these guys have
I was trying to catch him with that knee on the way in.
Yeah. Well, he was leaning forward
Yeah.
pretty good, huh?
talked about those straighter punches, and that's
Now, this is a closer round, right?
Yeah, this one's kind of going like back and forth.
Yeah, I don't know, how, but I still don't know how you give the guy the round if he hasn't done anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
another good round for De La Torre. Now
That's that right hand. But you hit him with the hook
Yeah.
right after.
he'll hit me with one, and I'll throw three, and then I'll
Yes.
kind of like land.
Yeah, you know, if I had to scout you, you wait for that check hook a lot.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And so I don't know that he's doing it intelligently, but he's throwing the right hand over that, just charging right through it.
De La Torre better respect that right hand and now
Oh,
that one. He didn't even go to the floor.
dude.
He's ate it. Well, I think that one shut his eye.
Is that the one that's on the
Yeah,
window?
that's the one on the window.
We got to let Nam know he's in our Hall of Fame.
Ooh. Well, it might have been that one right there.
Yeah. Oh, look how easy you get back up. DLT. DLT.
Yeah, it was more like
Now you got him on the other side too. Look at his face.
yeah, like his eyes, both his eyes were shut after
Yeah.
that fight.
Well, you got to give him credit for being a tough guy, but
Yeah,
as far as winning that fight,
because I feel like he didn't like. He probably just beat my body up a little bit with the knees. But
nice sprawl. Oh, sick.
This was like the point where I was like, dang, this dude does not go down. I'm like, my hands are starting to hurt from like just
Yeah.
swinging on him
Well,
so
just
much.
hittings.
Yeah.
Like you were landing.
After this
Did your
fight,
hands swell up after the fight?
yeah, I was gonna tell you, like me and Vic went to Japan afterwards for like a week. We're so close to Korea, so we just bought tickets, went out there, and then hung out with his cousin because his cousin was on base. Took us around, and we went hiking, and we went up this big old Buddha statue was like in the mountain. So we're climbing up it, and then looking around and stuff, and we had to come back down. Now like. I don't think I couldn't grab onto anything. My hands were so swollen still, like from after the fight, that I couldn't even like grip onto
Oh
anything.
no.
So it was like I'll say like a good like 10 feet up. We had to jump off or like climb down from. But I couldn't like climb off it. So I had Vic like, bro, catch me. Like so I was like hanging off.
Luckily,
like,
you're at 45 then, so he could catch you. No problem. How are you feeling at this point in the fight?
I was feeling like pretty good. Like
Oh, god dang.
I felt like my energy was up. Like I wasn't getting tired. Like I was like a little exhausted, but I wasn't fatigued.
I feel like
felt
you
good.
could have gone underneath him for a double because he's
Yeah.
just like blindly charging in, throwing such big punches. And they're all yelling for these kicks, but you're blocking them clean too.
against some much quicker hands.
Nice circle right there, Michael. Oh, we got a little lazy on that one.
I just felt like he had that lock, but it was kind of loose, so he couldn't
Yeah.
really.
I think he was just trying to get this over with at this point.
Yeah.
Came out in the third with a lot of energy, and at this point, he's like, "How much time is left?" You know,
Yeah.
and that's another reason I don't see people giving him this. How are you going to give him this round?
Yeah.
Because he's clearly not trying to win the fight. I no offense to him, like he'd been hurt, and he's throwing hard. So I'm not saying when he throws, he's not trying, but man, when he grabs you, he's just like, I just want this to be over with.
Yeah. I think he's just hoping that he could just like pull me down.
Just moving it a little bit too much.
But at this point, where I felt like I could see everything now,
Yeah.
where like
Every single time. And at this point,
he's not gonna land anything like dangerous.
I noticed enough of the scorecard.
You started using your sprawl a lot more later. Do you think you started shooting lower later, or is that just something you saw better?
Something that I saw better, he was slowing down. So, like, I saw him that, like, there's a point where he probably took like a deep breath, and then I kind of like
See,
started
like
noticing-
that timing of that shot was good, but your hips were so good in that. Like he came underneath that arm that shot really well.
Takedown defense displayed by Della Torre.
Ooh, god dang, Michael, that's a solid left hook again.
This like I felt like I had his timing, but he was just throwing like a little too wild for me to like counter off like an extra shot or two.
Ah, he hit him again with it. I don't know what this guy's talking about. All right, let's go to this announcement. How is that possible?
For the winner by split decision, Mike Della Torre.
I can't believe the guy thought he won.
Yeah.
I don't know how you think that.
Enemy territory. Congratulations to him.
Look at that handsome dude right there. Shoot, haircut looking sick. How'd you feel after that? A sore.
Yeah, I felt sore, but it went away like in a couple hours,
Yeah.
and then I was fine after that.
How'd you feel about the performance?
My performance, I thought I did really good. I wish I I wish I would have done a little bit more. Now as being like a coach and stuff like that,
Yeah.
I learned so much like just teaching and doing technique. I was like, dang man, I wish I had this mindset when I was like fighting,
It's hard though.
because like to do
Because you're
both.
such a tough guy. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like, I mean, just my perspective that you built a career on being fucking tough as nails. You're as tough as anybody. Remember Scotty Holtzman talking about seeing your rooster spurs on a tattoo, and he knew he was going to have his plate full for that day. So, yeah, man, that was like, I love that one because I have such great memories of the trip and all of us together.
yeah.
You know,
It was a good trip. It was a good time. Like nothing went wrong. Everything was like kind of went perfect. Got trained. Well, I think Korean Zombie were at his gym for a little bit,
Yeah.
training with him, rolling with his guys, and everything just felt right.
Yeah. So you win that fight, but now, so once you were out of the UFC, right?
Yeah.
Not in the UFC anymore. How was that adjustment for you?
It was kind of weird, like not competing. I think I knew I was gonna be fine. Like fighting is a big part, but like at the same time, it wasn't like everything for me, because I really was like into art and stuff like that. So I knew like I'll find something that I love to do anyways.
Yeah.
So it's not like, I know it's, for some guys it's like super hard, but because that feeling you miss from walking out, that walkout, that's what I miss the most. Is like that walkout and that energy that you get from the like a big arena, and then that feeling. Like, oh, I kind of miss that. But as far as like that feeling goes, like just coaching these younger guys, and then I have Daniel,
Yeah.
and then he kind of gives me that feeling. So I kind of like I ride a little high with them.
Yeah. Has
Right
coaching
there.
filled that spot for you?
Yeah, I kind of like coaching fills that spot for me, and then I could just do like my side stuff like that.
You really feel like, to me, you know, you've been teaching here for a long time now, 7 years
Yeah.
or something, 8 years, whatever it's been. And you've been such a great part of that. It really feels to me like you enjoy the coaching part a lot. Like
Yeah.
watching people do the work and having success.
Yeah,
How do you feel about that?
I feel it feels good, like just to like have guys that like I start like that come in with nothing, and then just helping them like with that journey, and just kind of giving them my my ideas and my like philosophy on like how like you should train and stuff like that, and like all the mistakes I made, I try to like correct it with them so they don't have to go down that path,
Yeah.
and then just make them like better people, you know. Just,
What's the hardest thing about it? Like, it's really good. I don't feel like it looks hard to me for you to do
Yeah.
it, but like the transition from fighting to coaching, was the hardest thing that feeling that you're
yeah,
missing?
I think that feeling, and then just to see what I was gonna do afterwards. So like this, because most of the time I made my income from fighting,
Yeah.
and just making that transition where like, all right, like what's next? Like what's my next job, or
Yeah.
like when am I gonna do after like fighting? But I kind of always had like an idea, like I started taking starting January, I'm gonna start tattooing. Like so I'm
Oh.
gonna start taking like a course. Like it's like a 6 months, and it'll show you how to get your license and do all this. So
Awesome.
I knew like I want to do something with art and stuff like that. So I'm gonna start doing that.
Well, you
coming
are a
up.
great artist.
Yeah.
Do you still like to do that?
Yeah, I
So
still
you'll
love
just
it.
direct it into Tattoos.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, and then I do want to throw an art show before I die. So that's one thing I want. Like, I
Well,
really
you
wanna
do have some time. You
So
got
yeah,
some
yeah,
time
yeah.
left.
So like in the like I already. That's one thing I want to do too. Is like have an art show and stuff
Oh,
like
that's
that.
awesome.
So, like one of my cousins, he has like he runs a spot downtown when he does like graffiti stuff like that, like that. So he has a gallery. I was just gonna come up with some stuff and then like make something happen.
When you
Like
do
that.
it,
Yes.
we'll do the second one here. Like you
All right,
do
all
the
right.
thing in the gallery, and then we'll do an DLT night here at the gym.
All right, we'll do
Oh,
it.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah, because I want to like I thought of like a concept like it's called like fight the world, and it's like everywhere I've been just have like different art, like different like a different style or whatever
Oh, that's
of
super
artwork,
cool.
something like that.
Yeah.
Play with it. So now I'm having a little bit more like once the like the little one still kind of get like gives me all her time, so or I'm giving all her time to, but I feel like in a couple of months I'll be like ready where I could just have her next to me and then she'll let me do what I want to do.
Yeah.
And then we could kind of do it together.
Oh, that's awesome.
Cause I have like when I'm on Zoe, when she was little and she started like drawing and stuff, like we have collaboration. So I'll let her scribble and I'll draw something like this. So we have like this artwork and stuff like that. So like
What a cool way to interact.
so like my girls they love art. So they and then the little one she started drawing and making lines now.
Yeah.
So and then I'll incorporate like a little style like that and I'll keep them and stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool, Michael. That should be something you think about as a show.
Yeah.
Like your life with your baby girl. You know,
Yeah.
your drawings with her. How cool would that be?
That'd be like exciting. But my other one, she started like her youth. Now it's like my bigger one. She's all like, I'm self-taught, and I was like, that's interesting. And she has her YouTube channel. She has started a YouTube channel. She's already up to like 10,000 followers. And
Atta girl.
she does like stop animation, and then she does like animation and drawings. And I'm like, dang, you're getting pretty big. I'm like, you're doing good. And then we're like, and he said, who taught you? And I'm like, self-taught. I was like,
Yeah, well, maybe not quite as much as you think.
yeah.
How do you like being a dad?
Super exciting. I love it. Like,
It feels like you just slipped into it like you had done it 1,000 times before.
yeah, I feel like it was like kind of easy for me because I love like I just get these kids like so easily. Like I like they could talk to me about anything. I remember when I met Daniel, he was into like comics and stuff, and like I already knew everything. Like when I was growing up, I read comics, I read all this, and I already had like that knowledge of like the youth, so I could like relate to people a lot
Yeah.
like especially like kids like I'm into Marvel, I'm into like Marvel, DC or comic books or this. And I kind of like I'm into all that too, so I'm like all right, and then like I could talk to them so easy about
Yeah.
it, and then I know like we could just bond on that part. And then Daniel, he does art too, but he like kind of like not went away from it a little bit, but he still kind of like dabbles in it here
Yeah.
and there. But like that connection just kind of like brought us together. And then I remember like I still had my like apartment when I was with Irene, so we'll all be like in one room, and then we're always just sitting there drawing
Oh,
or
that's
doing
cool.
like animation, and then like doing off the tablet and just learning like and just messing with like just making that bond. And then I don't know, it's just getting so natural to be like a dad, you know.
Well, that's cool I love that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because art is really good for kids. It's good for all of us to be
Yeah.
creative and be in touch with that. I feel like it's important for us to be in touch with the creative side, you know? But I feel like it's easy for you and you really like it. Like
Yeah.
some dads, it's a struggle. I feel like it was a struggle for me. I still feel like it is someday. I always wanted to be one, and I was excited to be one. And then I'm like, dang, this is hard.
Yeah.
And you just seem like it's not hard.
Yeah. Actually, it's crazy. I'll tell you. Well, Manolo made a deal with me. He was like, "You want this fight?" Like, and I fought Henry Peronis. Like, I think it was after this fight, and I beat him. And then, real quick, this is how I got the name Kukui. So, a lot of my fights were in Mexico and half were in the U.S. But every time I fought in Mexico, they knew I was coming and I was gonna win. And I was gonna beat their guys. So they kind of, I was like, oh, cool, he's coming.
Oh, the
Like,
boogeyman's on his way.
He's on his way. He's gonna fight. So they gave me that name.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, I think a name should be given that.
Yeah, you can't make up your
Make up your own name.
No.
So that's how I got. But I beat Henry on that fight, and then Manolo like, you beat him, I'll let you tattoo me. So he has a tattoo on his arm. It said like Bali 2.
Nice.
And that's the one I did on him.
You're gonna have to do another one.
Yeah.
When you get good, be like, all right, now,
Yeah.
let's get a good one on
And
here.
I remember I did it, and then I did it right after my fight. In that fight, I kind of got hit me with a good one on my eye shut. So I'm always doing it with one eye.
It's all leaned off one direction.
And it came out pretty good. I was like one of my first ones. He was like, well, he's all covered up, so he didn't like mind. Like, all right, I'll give you this little spot right here.
Yeah.
So just give me that win, and I was like, all right, cool.
Oh, that's awesome. You'll have to get a picture of that tattoo and send it to me. We'll put it on here. What do you think? Like, if you had to go back and like one of your best memories of fighting, what would it be?
I think one of my best memories will be just like everybody I met throughout my journey. Like the fighting part was cool, but I think the journey was, for me, like how I came up is like, I don't think you can replicate it now. Cause like I fought, like when I fought in Mexico, I fought in cockfighting arenas. I fought like warming up next to a bull, like in the most random places coming up. And it was like a venture every day. Like you didn't know what's gonna happen when I was training down there with all these guys. And just the journey, just enjoying the journey.
Yeah.
And then fighting was just like extra, like a cherry on top. It's
Oh,
like, I could get it. I get to do this. And then, but that's why I felt like I could do it so long. It was like, because I was just enjoying it.
I love that. That couldn't end better than that. I've enjoyed having you here, man. Thanks for going through the fight. I really admire you as a fighter. I did. You're a tough guy. As a coach, you're a really caring, empathetic coach that helps. You're always available. As a dad, you make it look too easy, so that kind of pisses me off, honestly. Like you make it look so easy.
It's not so easy.
But just your consistency as a person, man, is really admirable, and I think it's missing in a lot of things today. So, thank you for that, and thank you for taking the time today, man.
All right, thank you, girls.
All right, that's it, guys. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.